All right, gonna be walking you guys through my full upper body workout routine today. I'm back to my 4-day split, so here's day 1 of it. Also want to thank you guys for 5K. I'm making a massive push for 10K in the following weeks. I literally upload like 3 shorts a day, 2 long form videos a week, engaging polls like every other day. If you're looking to build muscle and or lose fat, I 100% guarantee I can help you out. So consider subscribing. Without further ado, let's get right into the workout. So for this workout, the 2 big compound lifts are pull-ups and a heavy shoulder press. And then on my second upper body workout, it's the incline bench press and some chest supported rows for the upper back. So this workout is really lat focused and shoulder focused. So getting into the first working set, gonna be loading up. We got 75 pounds, gonna load it up, then hit it hard. Let's get it. All right, this is by far the worst part of the workout. I always hit pull-ups fresh. I'll never hit it as my second exercise. Loading this thing is a workout in itself. So we got a 5, a 25, and a plate. Oh. I have to be the only person at this gym that's ever used this thing. I never see anybody doing weighted pull-ups at the gym. That is by far one of the most efficient ways to build up the bulk of your back, especially your lats. I've worked my way up over the years to doing really big boy weight on pull-ups. All right, first set going for 4 to 6 reps, probably closer to the 4 range, because last workout I got 70 for 6, so now I up the weight and go for 4 with 5 pounds heavier. Let's get it. All right, so those are 5 really good reps. On these, I'm really focusing on pulling my chest up to the bar. That's how you can really improve your mind-to-muscle connection when training pull-ups. You got 6. Your head doesn't have to be like above the bar, but at least your chin should be in line with the bar. All right, last set, just going with 25 pounds as like a burnout set, going between 8 to 10 reps. I don't track this set as closely as I do with the first 2. This one's just more about like feeling the contraction, really getting a good squeeze in the lats, slowing down the reps a little bit. Chest up to the bar. Really squeezing those elbows back. 8. All right, lats are on fire. That was the big posterior side compound movement of the workout. Now I'm gonna get to some shoulders. Let's get it. All right. So for my big anterior compound movement, I'm going with the heavy shoulder press. I used to prioritize my chest way more than I prioritize my shoulders. I still do put a lot of emphasis on the incline bench press for that big, round, powerful upper chest. But just as a whole, I've been training my shoulders a lot heavier than I did in the past because new studies have shown that the shoulders are by far the biggest muscle in the upper body. They do a lot in helping the V-taper look. Since I hit pull-ups fresh, my upper body is a bit fatigued, but this is still my first pushing movement, so I still do have quite a bit in the tank for the shoulders. So I'm gonna go my first heavy set with 70 pounds. Gonna go for like 4 to 6 reps, gonna hit it hard. Let's get it. Building up a big chest looks good, but it does nothing for the V-taper look. I do heavy lateral raises on my other upper body. This one's really focused on a big heavy shoulder press, really just build the overall bulk and thickness of the shoulders. So we're going with 70 pounds. Gonna go for like 4 reps. Oh, that's the hardest part. 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 5. 5. All right, on these, you really gotta train to failure, especially that first set. You really just gotta like suck it up, grab your sack, train to failure, or at least leave 1 rep in the tank max. These are all about building up strength and progression. I cannot stress this enough, how much emphasis I put on the compound lifts at the beginning of the workout. All it takes to build up in a muscle is just adding like 2.5 pounds every lift, or just adding a rep at the same weight. So I just got 70s for 5. So next workout, I'll go for the 70s for 6. The workout after that, 75s for 4, 75s for 5, 75s for 6, etc. Every single workout in the compound lifts, you need to be focused on A, adding a rep at the same weight, or B, just increase the weight. Add a rep or increase the weight. That is by far the fastest and most efficient way to use progressive overload. So for that first really heavy set, literally all I did before that was like 1 really light warm-up set with the 55s. You don't want to do like a bunch of working sets working up to the top set, because by the time you get to the top set, you're gonna be way too fatigued. You'll get way less out of that first set, and that first set is so damn important. So instead, have a very just light, tiny warm-up, and then just bang, jump right into the heavy top set. First, when you have the most energy, you'll build way more muscle and strength doing it that way. And then after that first set, just simply lower the weight and increase the reps. That is how you're supposed to train the compound lifts. Do not fatigue the shit out of yourself by doing a bunch of unnecessary volume working up to the top set. That is so stupid. All right, second set, going with the 60s. I lower the weight by like 10 pounds after each set of the shoulder press. This set's gonna be somewhere between 6 to 8 reps to 60s, and then I'll lower the weight by like another 10 pounds, go 50s, 8 to 10. All right. Oh, there we go. I pretty much train to failure on like all of these sets, bro. I keep my workout short and sweet. I'll give 100% effort. I cannot emphasize enough how closely I track the compound lifts. I know exactly what I hit last workout and exactly what I'm going for next workout. On the isolations, you can be a little more lenient, but you should be tracking the compound lifts to the pin. All right, last set. Just going with the 50s as a burnout set. Gonna get somewhere between 8 to 10 reps. Slow, heavy, and controlled. Explosive on the way up. Gotta get him out of depth. All right, there's 8. All right, so those are the end of the compound lifts. Normally after those, I just go for lighter exercises, and normally that next exercise is the high to low cable flies. But unfortunately, the cables are taken. So I am just going to get into the flat dumbbell bench press. But I'm not gonna go as like heavy like I did on the first 2 lifts. I'm just gonna go for like 75s, lower the weight, go for nice slow controlled reps. On the compound lifts, you must be lifting heavy, long rest times, track progression. Those are the 3 cornerstones of the compound lifts. I cannot stress this enough. So like I said, technically I'm doing another compound lift, but I'm treating it like an isolation. I'm only doing this because the cables are taken. So I'm just gonna go for like 75s. Just gonna go for like, you know, the good old 8 to 12 reps, if that. Oh shit. Maybe not actually. Yo, we gotta investigate this.
I just went to pull it out.
Me too. All right, yo, that was like when you like sit on a toilet and just forget to put the lid down and fall right in. Yeah, we're gonna have to abort the mission. Dude, I could've gone fucking hurt. All right, we're back. Yeah, dude, I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to get 8 to 10 on these. I train the compounds like an absolute dog, bro. Like I'm always just so fatigued after 2 compound lifts. Intensity is far more important than volume. Just keep the workout short and sweet, but give 100% effort. All right. Nice and deep. I probably could have gone with the 80s or 85s. That's all good. Whew. These feel good. All right. So on those, I probably would have been much better off increasing the weight a little bit. So I should have went with the 80s or 85. But like I said, every exercise past the first 2 is pretty much just like lighter, slower controlled reps, lower weight, higher rep range. Not like the first 2 compound lifts where I'm just like grinding in that really heavy rep range. These are for hypertrophy, not strength, so it's all good. All right, so I just went for 3 hard sets on the bench press. Honestly, just pick any chest exercise you would like to do. Just give it 3 hard sets. Normally, I do the high to low cables, and then on my other upper body day, that one's a lot more chest focused. The big anterior side compound movement is the incline bench press, which is of course a chest exercise. So for my 4th exercise, going with the reverse pec deck, I either go this exercise or just face pulls or like rear delt flies. But I do double up on rear delts, meaning I hit them in both upper body workouts. The reason being is because so many people have like overdeveloped front delts from just doing a bunch of pushing movements, and then their rear delts are always lacking. This is a massive problem because it like pulls your physique forward and like rounds your shoulders forward. So I double up on rear delts. I hit them in both workouts. It just really does a good job in sort of just pulling your posture back, getting you the upper back definition. So on these, I just go the standard like 3 sets, 10 for 12 reps. I don't track these as heavy like I do on the first couple exercises. Let's get it. All right, last exercise of the workout, just hitting some triceps. I honestly barely put any emphasis on my arms. I do like 3 sets of triceps at the end of one upper body workout, and then on my other, I'll do like 3 sets of biceps. Since I hit pull-ups fresh, which already hit the biceps really hard, I end this workout with triceps, and then on my other, I end with biceps. The reason why I don't train arms that much is because in high school, I just spam the bicep curls and tricep, and when you have massive arms, it like kind of just like hurts the aesthetics. You want just like nice, lean, functional arms and like a massive like upper chest and shoulders. That's what really makes an aesthetic physique. So I really just don't put a ton of like effort into them. So I am just going with the basic tricep push down. I tend to mix in push downs like this, like down, and then I'll do one like extension movement like that. Here we go. Just like 3 sets, slow and controlled, between 12 to 15 reps. Again, these I don't track as heavy like the compounds. You want to extend down and out, not just down like this. This is wrong. It should be down and out. Hold her up at the bottom for a second. Couple more. Oh. All right, so that was my full upper body workout routine. I keep it short and sweet. Just 5 really hard, intense exercises. 1 big compound lift for the posterior side, then 1 big compound lift for the anterior side. On those, go really heavy, focus on strength and progression, then just lower the weight and increase the reps. Really focus on hypertrophy for the 3 isolation exercises. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a like and subscribe. Road to 10K, baby. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.